What's sure to be an exciting game. Settle in, get comfortable, and let's get ready to watch some lacrosse. Where else would you rather be? So I got double duty tonight as the broadcaster and the PA. So I think this is going out to the live stream. So I'm just going to be talking up here to nobody for pretty much the duration of the game.
I'll act like I'm
Yeah. And so as we begin conference play, it's an interesting matchup here. Oak Park coming into this game 2-6, but don't let that record deceive you. Their losses have been by razor-thin margins, and they actually are bringing in a 2-game win streak into this game. And contrast that with the Simi Valley Pioneers, who are at a program best 6-1. It's the best start in their program history. I was talking to their coaching staff earlier today. What I love about this program, just last year they had 15 players, and in 1 year of growth, they now have 45 on their roster. It was, let's just call it what it is. It was a bloodbath last year, as Oak Park absolutely dominated Simi Valley. I know that is on their mind as these two teams are revamped and refurbished. No love lost. And the face-off battle is going to be an interesting one. Micah DeClout for Oak Park, one of the better face-off guys in this conference. And I'm going to hit the PA real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, get to your feet and make some noise for the opening face-off. Here we go. And so throughout the broadcast, you'll just hear me hopping onto the PA, and that is what I was referencing with the double duty. And the first face-off of the game is going to be won backwards by Micah DeClout. Micah DeClout with the first face-off win of the game. Talking to the Oak Park coaching staff, a lot of what they like to do on offense flows through individual and key players, and unfortunately, number 31, Colton Winsick, is out with the flu. Head coach Max Lux identified him as a key player, so we'll see how Oak Park comes out and attacks the Pioneer defense as they move it behind, trying to give the ex-attackman some space as he makes his way with his right hand. Oak Park in no hurry here as the ball hits the ground. The Pioneers pressuring out hard as a pass inside, and a shot goes just wide. Almost saw the first goal of the game early. Good offensive movement by Oak Park, dodging from up top and feeding inside. Micah DeClout, who won the faceoff, actually was the initiator there, as we see a dangerous dodge go right to the... And what a doorstep stop by the freshman. Impressive stop, and a much-needed one after two defensive looks for Oak Park to start. But a failed clear is going to give the Eagles another possession as Micah DeClout carries the ball. Looks like he's going to try and get a touch in. Don't let his size fool you. Certainly a dangerous player as Oak Park settles in. Another dodge from behind coming up top. Again, they're not rushing it. They're a patient offense as they get ready to dodge down the right alley. Move it behind where we saw them initiate from earlier in the first quarter. Another dodge and another shot. As Liam Newman is the initiator for this Oak Park offense, he dodges from behind with a tenacity that the Pioneers are going to have to address. Now the ball's moving around. We've also seen them initiate from that top left spot, so not only from behind the cage, but from up top as well. As we see a little two-man game action, cutters going on up top. Again, the word of the day for Oak Park's offense here in the first quarter is patient. As we see a dodge down the right hand, roll back, and a double team and an aggressive slide up top as flags go flying, and it elicits a reaction from the crowd here. Calder Cicinelli with the aggressive dodge and drawing the penalty. And is it going to be another penalty as we see the Pioneers take a couple defensemen? And we'll see if this is going to be a non-releasable penalty. Certainly was up high. As it's going to be 2 fouls. I don't know if the microphone is picking up. The referees get together, figure out what's going to happen here. Going to hit the PA real quick. And after 2 penalties on the Pioneers, it's going to give your Eagles a 2-man-up opportunity. Make some noise. Let's give them a little juice. Always an interesting spot to be in when you have a 6-on-4. You don't want to overthink it as we saw a shot go just outside. As my contacts are failing me and I'm struggling to see these numbers out here. Pass up top to the wing. Shot, score! What number is that?
22.
What's his name? As number 22, Grace Stevens stings that top left corner. Your Eagles with a 1-0 lead. I was talking about overthinking it earlier. None of that going on. A simple pass and a shot from Stevens. That thing was humming as Micah DeClout wins another faceoff and wins it forward. And another faceoff win by Micah DeClout, keeping a perfect 100% on the day. He had 8 goals last game. What I'm hearing, Grace Stevens, number 22 for the Eagles, had an 8-goal performance last game. So in the absence of some of their key pieces, Oak Park knows who they can rely on. Number 22 in white, scoring the first goal of the game. As the sun sets and the silhouettes of the mountains fade into darkness, the lights get a little bit brighter on the shiny golden domes of Oak Park. I am a poet. And if you hear some outside commentary, I got some friends up here in the booth with me. Sometimes you just have to give credit to a charismatic broadcaster. And with a 1-0 lead, they are going to get possession out of the timeout. And I'm going to announce that over the PA. Coming out of the timeout, it is going to be Oak Park ball. Let's see if we can make it a 2-0 ball game. Gotta love getting the crowd riled up a little bit. Oak Park's only goal coming on a 2-man opportunity after Simi Valley played a physical defensive set. And a dodge in the middle is going to put the ball on the ground, but Oak Park has done a good job of getting those second and third possessions once the ball hits the turf. Vacuum cleaners attached to the top of their sticks here to start. Another dodge, and then he draws the double. Stick hits the deck, and that is going to be a turnover.
Let's go, boys. Get it back.
After a good defensive double, Simi Valley with the chance to clear.
Let's go, boys. Get it right back.
And keep in mind, that is a freshman goaltender in net for the Pioneers as we see the Pioneers' first chance at an offensive opportunity. Ball's been in Oak Park stick for most of the game, so we'll see what they can do here. Talking to the Simi Valley coaching staff, they were praising the depth of their offense. There have been multiple games where 9 players have scored. So there's not necessarily one man to watch out for. You got to guard the entire team. And we'll see what kind of offensive sets they get into to leverage their entire offense to try and crack this Oak Park defense. Again, both teams being patient on offense, not having to push the pace. And credit to both coaching staffs, as the intensity of a rivalry game can often lead to sloppy starts, but both teams starting off crisp here. As we see a bit of a 1-4-1 look, drawing the defense out before they thought about a wing dodge. And now they're getting into that classic 2-3-1 look, two midfielders up top. But not a lot of room to dodge as the ball gets knocked down. Good stick in the lane by Oak Park, and they're going to go out and pressure it and cause the turnover. That's 37. Logan Walden with the pressure and the cause turnover. Oak Park ball. As we see Oak Park get a chance to clear, looks like they're just going to leg it. It's a bit of a rhinoceros dodge to get the ball in the box. And Oak Park settles in for another possession. We've seen them initiate from two spots, mostly from behind the net, making it difficult for Simi Valley to really commit to a slide. So tough to see when you have to go, what's the threat. And credit to Liam Newman, who's been initiating from X, as we see a pass up top, thought about a shot, roll back. Good job by Micah DeClout to not pull trigger. The Simi Valley defense does a good job swarming him, preventing him from getting a shot off. Dodge on the wing. Shot goes just high. I think the goaltender might have gotten a piece of that. Tyler TK Kang with the good take. But an impressive start for Bradley Shackelford. Just a freshman. I'll be referencing that over and over, stepping into the rivalry game, and he's made some great saves. As the Simi Valley defenseman got in the way of that one, preventing it from getting to Shackelford. And now we see Oak Park initiate from behind like they've done so far. Step away, looking for the skip pass, but nothing there. An impressive start by the Pioneers defense. Again, the only goal they've given up on a two-man down situation. But other than that, they've been defending the middle of the field well, and their goalie has played well as well, giving Oak Park's offense a handful. Shot, and again, another shot that was stopped, not by the goaltender, but by a defenseman in the way. The Pioneers defense doing everything they can to get their freshman goaltender comfortable, which he clearly looks. Dodge, shot, score! Who's that?
I didn't see, I'm sorry.
Is he running? Did we see a number on that shot?
I did not.
Yeah. And a shot and a goal, making it a 2-0 ball game, just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hate when you can't catch the number, but that's what happens when you spend all day on an airplane and your contacts are drying out just a little bit. And a face-off win for Simi Valley. I know they love to see that. One of the more interesting storylines, that was Caden Miller with the face-off win. Oak Park face-off man Micah DeClout was actually playing for the Pioneers last year, transferred to Oak Park. A cross-rivalry transfer. And he's had a good game so far, so unfortunately that face-off win by Caden Miller unfruitful, as Oak Park's defensive pressure has been impressive here in the first quarter. Another interesting tidbit about this game, the head coaches know each other very well. Max Lux and Nick Manders played with each other in high school. So not only is conference placement at stake, but bragging rights for the foreseeable future as another dodge and another save by the freshman goaltender Shackelford, as Oak Park keeps going back to that dodge from behind the net to the right side. And now a pass up top. He has all kinds of space, gets past his defender, shot, and another save. Number 22, Bradley Shackelford in net for the Pioneers, making save after save. Another dodge from that back right spot that we've seen them do so much. Pass inside on the crease. Had a bit of an open look, but unfortunately couldn't connect on that pass. As Oak Park settles in for some more ball movement, very selective about where they decide to initiate from. It is not a free-for-all. A lot of structure coming in for the Eagles offense here today. You have to wonder, Oak Park has had the ball in their stick for a significant amount of the first quarter. Who is in better shape? The defense or the offense, as we see a great double right there. As a pass up top, shot, and goes just wide. And the goaltender backs it up. Bradley Shackelford chases the ball and gives the Pioneers a chance to clear. Impressive start for the freshman.
Nice job, kid.
As we see him right there making a pass and a dime at that. And here comes Simi Valley up top. Pass, but that Oak Park pressure making it a difficult catch. Talking to the Simi Valley coaching staff, they are not afraid to push in transition. Even describing themselves as a bit of a fast break-oriented team. So you know that they are not afraid to push it, but they can't have that come back to bite them as Oak Park settles in for another long possession. The time of possession battle being thoroughly dominated by the Eagles here today. As a pass down low and a shot rings off the pipe. A great shot right there that just rung off the pipe. The entire area code heard that one. Some serious heat right there. And that was Gray Stevens, so no surprise that that shot had some heat. We saw him have the first goal of the game on a step down that had to be going in the 90s. Impressive shooting form, velocity, and placement from Stevens here in the first quarter. As we are about at the 1 minute mark. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go as a shot goes wide. Oak Park doing a good job of backing up those shots too. A good patient offense. I've said that word several times here today. And that's not just being selective about where they initiate from, but also making sure that when they take a shot, there's a teammate there to back it up. And that all goes back to the time of possession battle that I was just referencing. Because the men with the Golden Dome helmets have seemingly had possession for about 80% of the game here so far. Patient offense and aggressive defense. When it works well, it is a thing of beauty. As we are at the 42nd mark, we'll see what Oak Park draws up here. Pass to the backside, pass back. And unfortunately, Oak Park unable to handle that. And this could be a massive goal opportunity for the Pioneers. 33 seconds left. As they leg it up, a little bit of an odd man situation. Pass, just couldn't handle it. Eyes got a little bit too big there. Might have been thinking about the shot before catching it. I know that I've been guilty of that numerous times. And it looks like on that missed pass, Oak Park's goaltender had it clamped. And it looks like they're going to be calling goaltender interference, which is going to be a free clear. Never mind. He's throwing it back. Which might be a small detail, but with 20 seconds left on the shot clock, or on the quarter clock, the time of possession not in Oak Park's favor. So now they have to clear past midfield to get a shot opportunity. We'll see if they do that or if they just play it safe. Certainly doesn't look like they're in a hurry, as we are now at the 10-second mark. We'll see if there's any last first quarter magic. Come down pass to the low wing. Pass inside. And a shot and a goal! And with 1.9 seconds left, Oak Park makes it a 3-goal ball game. You see a shot? And with under 2 seconds left, Oak Park makes it a 3-goal game.
Come on, boys, settle down.
Oak Park taking a little bit of a Simi Valley playbook there, pushing it in transition and ultimately getting the goal. One of those interesting ones where a pass across the middle of the field actually didn't go to the intended target, but rather trickled to the backside where there was an open shot. And with the 3-0 lead in the first quarter, Oak Park certainly fired up about it.
Can we get a pitch for the snack shack? For the snack,
Yeah.
guys?
And as we take a little break in the action, make sure to go down and get your snacks. You can see them right down there. They look tasty. Go and get a snack or regret it forever. Interesting start to the game. The time of possession has been the biggest factor here. Simi Valley has had some looks, but they have been few and far between. The possession time for Oak Park becoming a daunting factor as they just have shot after shot. And again, we talk about them being a patient offense, but I'll even say that they are now a smart offense because they're not forcing it. They're not running into doubles. When that double comes, they recognize that. They don't try and dodge through it and use crisp ball movement to not only find the open man, but to, again, maintain that all-important possession. Little fun fact for the kids at home. It's impossible for the other team to score if it's in your team's stick. That one's free. Next one will cost you. My Venmo's Nick Ossello. Thank you for joining from wherever you're watching. Your Oak Park Eagles taking a 3-goal lead into the second quarter. Big reason that man at the faceoff X right there. Mike at the cloud. Let's give him some noise.
Let's go, Micah!
And I said you might hear some background noise from my friends in the press box. You definitely heard that one.
Come on, boys.
As they give a little love to Micah DeClout, who wins the clamp and makes the exit for another face-off win for Micah DeClout. He's only lost one on the day out of the 4 taken. And here we go as Oak Park gets their offensive personnel on. Keep in mind, some of the things that we saw in the first quarter working for them was initiating from behind. And as Simi Valley looks to slide, they look to make the pass, making it a difficult handful for the Pioneers defense as we see them get comfortable from behind. As they move up past the double shot. And just before the shot, wasn't able to get that pass. But that is textbook offense right there. Draw the double, move it to the open man, and look for the step down. Stick work wasn't able to let them get that opportunity, but hard to ask for a better look than that one. Although even if they get a shot off, goaltender Bradley Shackelford has put together quite a game himself. And Simi Valley's defense has played a pretty good game here so far as the fake shot and then the hitch and the top heat.
Tyler, TK.
Yep. As Tyler TK King, listen to this call. Tyler TK Kang with the hitch and the high heat. That shot was in the upper 90s. 4-0.
Let's go, Micah!
And a smart play by Micah DeClout there. Simi Valley is alternating between shutting off the wings and preventing the fast break. They shut off the break, so he wins it forward and draws the penalty. Micah DeClout wins the faceoff and draws the penalty. Going to be a man-up opportunity for your Eagles. And it all adds up. It keeps piling on each other. As a reminder, the first goal of the game, as it's just going to be a 30-second technical, but the first goal of the game was Gray Stevens on the two-man up opportunity. So they are a perfect 100% on the one chance that they've gotten. Let's see what they can do with the 6-on-5. As a pass up top, thought about the shot, couldn't quite corral it. As a shot from way outside from Micah DeClout goes just wide. But again, Oak Park has been so consistent with that backup, especially on man up, makes it all the more important. As a pass to the wing, shot and a goal! Who is it? 22? Was that Gray?
22, 23 or 22?
I don't know. I think it was far side. That looked like Gray.
Yeah, that's right, Gray.
Another man-up opportunity and another goal. Gray Stevens from outside. 5-0.
Let's go, boys. Lots of time left. Let's go.
And if you hear me discussing with my friends up in the booth on the number, that's just a little Hollywood magic for you.
Hey, one at a time, boys. One at a time.
Derek Adler with the face-off win for the Pioneers. As we saw a little, hey, how are you? As they were running off the field, asking about, hey, how's your mom and dad doing? Hope everything's okay. I'm sure that's what they were saying. That's always what I said. I never got mouthy near the box. Could never be me, must have been somebody else. And again, these offensive possessions for Simi Valley are valuable. The first look that they had a good opportunity but couldn't convert on it. Now it becomes a question of how comfortable can they get, as they haven't had consistent possessions. So this is a good opportunity for them. As we mentioned earlier, I was catching up with their coaching staff. They run an offense by committee. There's not one individual player that is going to take over the game, but more of a collective effort. As even in their last game, they had 9 different goal scorers. As the tipped pass still remains in maroon.
Change the momentum, boys. Come on.
As we see a pass back up top, trying to draw that defense out a little bit, get them moving, some good off-ball movement up top. Wondering who's going to initiate, who's going to take that first dodge, and what is going to be open after that. This Oak Park defense has played aggressively. Looks like they're sloughing back in as a pass inside, shot, goal! That one came out of nowhere. As a pass to Jack Reed on the inside.
Come on, 7, lean into him.
And that's a great goal for momentum for a couple reasons. Not only is the obvious reason their first goal of the game and allows them to start mounting a comeback, but that one came out of nowhere. Oak Park was in pretty good position, to be honest, as we see another flag down off the faceoff. Micah DeClout continuing to have an impact on the game
Go, boys.
at the faceoff X. And so this is going to be a free possession for Oak Park. If the Pioneers get possession, the refs are going to blow it dead and send one of them to the sin bin. And a bit of a circular dodge, starting on one side of the field, and a low angle shot right near the crease goes just wide. And as we mentioned, this is going to be a man-up opportunity for Oak Park. Man-up opportunity, 6-on-5 for Oak Park. Make some noise.
Rescue rule in effect.
And they're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on that one. And if there's anything that I've learned, what you see up here isn't always what happens on the field. Maybe a bit of frustration from Micah DeClout in his continued good performance on the faceoff. As we see Oak Park mishandle a pass, but had plenty of time to get possession back. Pioneers packing it in tight. Oak Park, a lot of players up top. You can expect some cuts here. Player was open in the top center, but good job by Simi Valley to get sticks in the passing lane. Pass down low, shot, and another save. Shackelford, but the rebound, watch out. Oak Park has the ball. Good pressure by the Pioneers, but they maintain possession as a shot goes just wide. Oak Park getting consistent looks. But my goodness, I'll say his name over and over again. Bradley Shackelford stands tall. Oak Park pass through the middle, up top, shot, and another save. What a stop. What a stop by Bradley Shackelford. Make some noise. And those man-down clears are always so tough. You are down a player, so there isn't going to be an obvious option to pass to. Shackelford decides to just goose it up the field. Not necessarily a bad decision, as a pass to the backside is knocked down. Very good defense right there. And now with the penalty being released, this clear should be a little easier. And that's the second pass we've seen streaking across the field that Shackelford has just hit on a dime. Very impressive outlets and saves from the young goaltender. Certainly a bright future with the Pioneers.
Nice job! Nice job!
And a good loose ball. Here comes an opportunity for Simi Valley.
Nice
Good
job,
stop.
Settle down!
They're not afraid to press the pace, but saner heads prevail. Good job by them to not force it. We were talking to Oak Park's coaching staff, especially in the first half. They're going to kind of mix up as a shot goes just wide from up top. They're going to mix up the zone versus man defense, kind of throw a little bit of both at the Pioneers offense, not let them get comfortable with any one possession or any one look, as they don't know if they're going to be seeing zone. They don't know if they're going to be seeing man. Looks like they're settling into a bit of a zone right here early in the possession, as we will continue to watch that throughout the game. Down low on the wing, they move it behind. Looks like they're going to initiate from behind, pass to the middle of the field, shot, and Oak Park's defense gets in the way of that. And a push is going to make it Simi Valley ball. Pretty clear push in the back right there. But you got to love the home crowd going, hey, what was that? Well, that was a push in the back is what it was. I've certainly been guilty of fandom in that direction. There's a pretty good turnout here as a shot and a goal.
Nice job, boys. But you gotta play the left too.
Number 15, Cade Tomey,
One at a time.
gets the Pioneers their second goal of the day. 3-goal ball game, 4 minutes, 37 seconds left in the half.
Go, boys.
And as a reminder, this is the first conference game for both teams. They are,
Take it away.
from my understanding, certainly the favorites heading into conference play. And as Oak Park has the lead, don't sleep on the Pioneers as they get a massive face-off win with a great counterplay. Thomas Coons with the face-off win. And as I announced that, Tommy Coons down on the field said, hey, he pronounced my name right, so +1 for me up in the booth. And now Simi Valley gets another opportunity. We've seen them feed the crease just like that for their 2 goals, and it's a double-edged sword. It's either going to be a goal or likely a turnover, as that one ends up being a turnover. But the Simi Valley offense is sneaky because they're not really initiating with big dodges, big bombing dodges going down a specific area of the field. They've done a great job moving the ball around, kind of lulling the Oak Park defense to sleep before feeding it into the crease for a shot. A nice little stylistic difference between Oak Park and Simi Valley's offenses here today, as Oak Park has loved to initiate from behind, really draw that double and then look for a skip, something that's worked for them 3 times today, as the other 2 goals have been man-up opportunities for them. As we see that initiation from the back, as he gets to the middle of the field and gets a shot off, but good pressure by the Pioneer defense.
Nice job, boys.
As Oak Park was getting that shot off, a good lift check made that shot go not very fast, as watch out. We had a push on the backside, which is going to give Red the ball, and the free clear just past, or pardon me, they're going to take it back. Have about 20 yards left before midfield. But an easy one pass gets the clear and another Pioneers possession. And again, keep your eye on the middle of the field. Number 3, Jack Reed, has their 2nd goal of the game, and he's kind of a crafty player in the middle. And everybody on the perimeter is keeping an eye out for Reed in the middle, as they've fed him a number of times. And so don't be surprised if we're just going to see the ball kind of move around here, maybe take a shot from the outside, as that was a low-angle shot that went behind the net. And what's interesting about that shot is it's going to draw the defense out. You can't just rely on force-feeding the crease with no outside threats. So even though shots like that don't go in the net, and even if they're not on cage, they still bring a ton of value to those offensive sets and opening up the middle of the field that we've seen the Pioneers try to exploit time and time again. And a shot goes just wide. Good crisp ball movement. This is Simi Valley's one of their best possessions, as we are under the 2-minute mark in the first half. And a pass to the backside, shot! And shot, we call that a mom goal. It hits the side of the net, all the moms go, ho! And watch out, failed clear, gives an opportunity for the Pioneers, but what a save! What's the goalie's name?
Timmy, 25.
Timmy what?
I don't know his last name.
Come on, boy. Keep peppering.
As that was Timmy Hasso, who had the errant pass on the clear, but stepped up and did not allow Simi Valley to convert that into a goal. Massive save as we are under the 1-minute 30 mark here in the first half. Been a great back and forth affair as Simi Valley continues to look for those skip passes and having the ball movement be the biggest threat that Oak Park has to watch out for. As they settle in, some good cuts on the inside, pass outside to the wing. Now they move it up top. Settling in. Still plenty of time to work with as Oak Park gets aggressive up top. And the dodge turns into a shot that goes just wide. 46 seconds left in the first half.
Put it in.
And we'll see what they rely on. If Oak Park's defense gets aggressive, that is a great wrinkle for the Pioneers to throw at them. You come out and play aggressive on me, I'm going to just run right by you. As now they're in a 1-4-1. Pass to the backside. And the shot and a goal! Number 15, Cade Tomei makes it a 2-goal game. Oak Park 5, Simi Valley 3. 27 seconds left in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good back and forth affair here. Both teams playing and executing well, and this is a crucial face-off. As watch out, easy fellas. Hey, how are your parents? Everything good at home? That's what they ask each other in those little scruffles. And as Micah DeCloud continues to win the clamps, those counters are being called more and more frequently as we have 15 seconds left in the first half. Ball is on the turf. Looks like Simi Valley is going to go out there and play that a little bit aggressively. Are they going to call that push? They are not. And we'll see with 8 seconds left if there's going to be any magic for the Pioneers here. 4 seconds. Pass goes all the way up the field, and it is going to result in a nothing burger as Simi Valley claws their way back to just a 2-goal deficit here after an entertaining first half. And at the end of your first half, Oak Park 5, Simi Valley 3 in a back and forth affair. Get your drinks, get your snacks, and get them quick. You don't want to miss a second of this action. And we'll have more right after this. Boys and girls, we welcome you back for an action-packed second half. After your Oak Park Eagles jumped out to a 4-1 game, Simi Valley said, "Not so fast, my friend." And we got a 2-goal game as we prepare for the second half face-off. Don't go anywhere. You aren't going to want to miss a second of action here tonight. And as we welcome you back for some second half action, it's exactly how it went. Oak Park jumped out to a lead in large part to that man right there, Micah DeCloud, who's controlled the face-off X, not just getting possession, but he also drew 3 penalties in the first half, and Oak Park converted on 2 of those 3. And as Simi Valley counters, the referees have started calling a lot of those counters as penalties themselves, as a little bit of a wrestling move. I know the collegiate national championships are going on. And, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I was really wondering how DeCloud got called on that. Turns out it was on the Pioneers, and Oak Park is going to get their first possession of the second half. We saw a slow, methodical approach in the first half, and we'll see if they continue to do that, initiating from X and trying to throw skip passes either in front or to the backside. And we'll see them set up this exact action. Little 2-man game here as they still get some personnel on the field, so they're not going to want to attack while they're substituting. And looks like they're going to initiate from up top. Shot goes just wide, but watch out for that rebound. The Pioneers defense swarms it, comes away with it, and we'll see if they have a chance to clear. As an errant pass to the goaltender is going to give Oak Park possession again on what is just a picture-perfect Southern California night. Crisp, cool ocean breeze at Oak Park here tonight. Dodge from X, this is what we've seen them do so consistently. Drew the double, move it now inside. But the pass unable to be caught, and here comes Simi Valley pushing in transition. We know they're not afraid to push in fast breaks, but a smart decision to slow it up. That's Jack Reed, who we've seen all over the field tonight. Saw him kind of play a crease attack as a midfielder, a little bit of a hybrid role, as Jack Reed is doing it all for the Pioneers. And there's that Oak Park aggression. Looks like in the locker room at halftime, head coach Max Lux said, get out and get on their hands. And they are doing just that. We'll see how Simi Valley responds with a pass inside and shot and a goal. Jack Reed again. And after a beautiful pass inside, it's number 3, Jack Reed, with another goal for the Pioneers. We are back to a 1-goal game.
Let's go, Michael!
And I got to say, that is great patience, execution from the Pioneers offense. Anytime those defensemen are coming out and pressuring you, your best asset is your feet. You got to run by it. I didn't catch you through the assist there, but as he was pressured, came right out. And looks like White is going to be out of the box early. There was no possession called, and Simi Valley has a chance to tie it up for the first time since it was 0-0. And again, looks like Oak Park is going to stay in that pressure. I was just talking about how your feet are the number 1 asset you have anytime you are being pressured outside. As we see a dodge right here. Anthony Alves with the pass to the backside, shot, and another goal! We have a tie ball game, 5-5, on the beautiful bottom left finish by Jarrett Ballo. And the crowd has come back alive for Simi Valley. They never really went anywhere. But now, the men in red giving them a reason to cheer as every faceoff starts to matter just a little bit more. Micah DeClout wins possession, wins it back to his teammate. Faceoff win, Micah DeClout. And a sneaky move by DeClout there as he pretended to run off, as sometimes Fogos do, but then sprinted back trying to take advantage of that. Looks like Oak Park getting a little nifty and tricky in the substitution game. We'll see if that pays off for them at any point here tonight. But what a comeback by the Pioneers. Down 5-2, they've scored the last 3 goals of the game. And they've done it in beautiful fashion too. As Oak Park gets more aggressive on defense, they're winning the individual matchup, drawing the slide, and passing it to the crease or whoever happens to be open for them to bury the shots. What a great game we have here. And keep in mind, these are 2 very different programs from last year. Mentioned at the top of the show that Simi Valley had only 15 players. As you see a pass inside, an attempted shot off. Looks like the ball exited his stick before he was really able to get anything on it. But good job by the Oak Park attackmen to ride and get another possession. Another theme that we've seen is their long and continued possessions. Just because they shoot it or just because there's a loose ball in front of the net. Oak Park does a good job getting those as a pass trickled through the defense. Was picked up by Micah DeClout. And the shot rung off a red helmet. We call that good eats. Anytime I got hit in the helmet, I'd look back at my goaltender and say, you owe me a Dr. Pepper after the game for soaking that one. And the shot goes low to low as Grace Stevens, who we've seen have a lethal shot, saved by Bradley Shackelford. Bradley Shackelford came into this season not knowing if he would win the starting spot, but boy, are we seeing why he did just that. Back-to-back saves, Bradley Shackelford, and here comes Simi Valley. Simi Valley pass to the backside, shot, and it trickles just wide. Looks like Oak Park got just enough of that to cause the ball to go wide, and we got a good old-fashioned loose ball scrum. Watch out. Looks like there's a little cheap shot. Refs didn't call that. Keep in mind, these are rivals. So hopefully saner heads prevail. Timeout called by Oak Park. A timely timeout at that. And we got a whole new ball game here. And we got Brass Monkey playing. I asked again, where else would you rather be than right here, right now, witnessing a new era of the rivalry between the Pioneers and the Eagles? Again, I was trying to make the point of the differences from last year to this year. Oak Park won in a decisive fashion. I believe the final score was 22-3 last year. Oak Park graduating a number of seniors, and it created, after talking to their coaching staff, a bit of a leadership vacuum. Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the player to lead these men in white and gold? And it's a bit of a leadership by committee. They are a junior-heavy roster with very few seniors. So not only did they graduate a lot of seniors, but they only have one senior on the roster. So a great way for the sophomores and juniors to not only get those valuable playing minutes, but those valuable leadership minutes as well. And a similar story for Simi Valley, who only had 15 players last year. And head coach Nick Manders did a great job recruiting and building. Now 45 players, and they got to reinstate their JV program. And they are also a young team. So both of the futures bright for these programs. And that's why I am comfortable saying this is a new era of this rivalry, as both teams with bright futures are locked at a 5-5 ball game here today. As we see a pass up top, shot goes just wide. Oak Park going back to what they're doing, what they were doing best in the first half, dodging from X to the right hand, oftentimes initiated by Liam Newman. As we see another dodge from X now to the left side. Simi Valley doubles and the ball hits the deck. Very good defensive stand by the Pioneers here. And it looks like Oak Park just rushed it a little bit, something we didn't see them do at all in the first half. They were patient, they were methodical. And that one looked like a dodge to the left hand that was just a little bit too quick. But head coach Max Lux, certainly a good leader at the helm for the Eagles, as we have yet to have a goal here in the second half, but not from a lack of looks or shots. Both goaltenders standing on their heads here. And on the last offensive possession for the Pioneers, it got a little bit chippy on the ground ball, so we'll see if tempers flare and if there's any sort of flags drawn, as my goodness, he's just dodging through the entire defense. Anthony Alves draws the double, runs through both of them, and we'll see if they can get a goal out of that impressive individual performance. And the low angle bounce shot snatched up, and here comes Oak Park in transition. What's the goalie's name?
Timmy Ossello.
Timmy Hasso with the great save for Oak Park. And now we'll see what Oak Park decides to do here. The crowd making some noise. Pass up top, shot, goal! And that's Tyler TK Kang with another goal for Oak Park. Tyler TK Kang with another laser off of a beautiful skip pass. Oak Park regains the lead.
Let's go, Michael!
And that's what Oak Park has done well. They've initiated, but they haven't initiated to score. Simi Valley does such a good job sliding that those individual dodges aren't going to be too fruitful, but it opens up those skip lanes to guys like Gray Stevens and Tyler TK Kang, who have been the beneficiary of some of those great skip passes. Now it looks like Oak Park is settling in, testing the waters on the dodge, but We talked about those individual efforts not being too fruitful. They're more opening up those skip passes. But look at the ride here from Oak Park.
Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me!
As watch out, this dangerous ride could result in a good opportunity for Oak Park. Pass to the middle. Ball flying. And the Oak Park coaching staff screaming for some patience. Are they going to display it? I thought that was going to be a shot. My goodness. Last 45 seconds, my blood pressure was up there. Unhealthy, some would say. But that's what you get when these two teams meet. Oak Park's attack unit making a significant difference as we see a step-in shot goes just wide. But that Oak Park attack unit causing turnover after turnover. 2 separate turnovers on that last ride, and those stack up over the course of the game. They've given Oak Park chance after chance, and now all they have to do is execute and keep looking for those skip passes as a great defensive play, and a flag comes down. As the flag was called off, and they're actually going to call that offsides on Oak Park. Looks like the ref was deciding between calling a push and calling offsides. Errs on the latter. As Simi Valley gets a chance to tie it up again.
Get it back, boys. One at a time. They gave up 5.
1 goal game, 6-5. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter of what's been a very entertaining game. If you're just joining us, Oak Park raced out to a 4-1 lead as a shot from deep range with the save. And the failed clear is going to give Simi Valley a chance to tie it up. And if they want to tie it up, they're going to have to take what's been working for the Pioneers has been ball movement and feeds to the inside. They've been doing a good job of drawing the Oak Park defense to one side of the field, leaving that all dangerous crease a little bit open. They've also had a little bit of success from that area of the field right there, kind of that righty wing area. They've had a couple step downs, as Tome scored one earlier. And again, we saw this in the first half as well. A little bit of a wrench thrown at this offense, going from man to zone, as now Oak Park kind of settling more a little bit into zone. And another shot from way downtown. Timmy Hasso not letting that in, even if that was on cage. But again, those shots can sometimes draw out the defense, saying, hey, we got to get out on those hands, which opens up the middle of the field. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why head coach Max Lux has decided to throw the zone in, just saying like, hey, we know that we need to defend the middle of the field, just like that, making those passes all the more difficult, as we saw an attempted feed inside bounce off the top of the stick and go out of bounds, giving Oak Park a chance to clear. Apologies, as I don't have a mute button here, so you will hear my coughs. And now we'll see what Oak Park decides to do as they substitute and get their offensive personnel on the field. 30 seconds left in the half, as we see a Dodge roll back. Pass up to the wing, pass to the top center. Dangerous area of the field. Clears out and gives some room for the Dodgers. Shot and a save again. Shackelford putting together quite a performance, the best of his young career. And now we have 10 seconds left. And the Pioneers running up. We'll see if they can cause a little third quarter magic. Shot goes wide. And 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Now is the time to be aggressive. Got to watch the middle of the field. As time ticks down, the pass goes up top. and time expires on the third quarter. And after 3 exciting quarters of play, Oak Park 6, Simi Valley 5, and the all-important fourth quarter on deck. I've been in a couple different broadcasting booths in my career. Rarely have I had a better DJ setup. Got to give a shout out to my guy Karsten up here, who has the soundboard, has the songs on deck, has the tunes, and has the fans vibing. Tell you what, I might talk to both of these high school teams after this and say, hey, appreciate what you got, because I call Idaho home base for me. And I tell you, some of the DJs there, if I hear one more country music song at halftime, I'm going to have to take over and put on my tunes. Karsten, you have a rate? What's your rate if we need to bring you out to a game?
I have a rate.
He doesn't have a rate. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be seeing the sound guy in the sky with an unprecedented no rate. And as this heavyweight tilt gets ready to enter the final round, the question, who is going to be victorious on everybody's mind, could go either way. I see both of these teams having the game plan to win it, but who is going to execute? And as we enter the final round of this heavyweight matchup, make some noise!
Let's go, Micah!
Micah DeClout with the face-off win. And an all-important one at that. Not all face-offs are created equal. Some are more important than others. The first face-off of a fourth quarter in which your team is up 1, certainly one of the more important ones, as Micah DeClout putting together quite a game himself. And now Oak Park settles in. We'll see if they can leverage that patience and that execution that gave them this 1-goal lead. But great individual defense by the Pioneers. As a hold was called on the Pioneers, and the referee had to tell the coaching staff for Oak Park, hey, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But the referee on the far side made the call. I'm sure the coaching staff was just saying, hey, how's the wife? How's the kids? As this 2-man game from behind, as they try to find a crack in Red's defense. Doesn't work, so they're going into a bit of an open set before bringing a player onto the crease. Looks like they're going to try to initiate from up top as a pass back to the top center of the field. And a little bit of a 1-2-3 set here. Expect for some motion and some movement out of that. So that is a very unorthodox set. As a dodge sweep to the middle of the field, pass in front, but not in shooting range. Although we thought about it, took a little bit of a wind-up before saner heads prevailed. The shot selection, also so important in the fourth quarter. Oak Park, I would say, has taken better shots, meaning that they've been there for the backup. Even if it's a shot that misses the net, it's not going to be a turnover, and that's what they've done well all 4 quarters of this game. As we see a shot bounce off the helmet, finds its way back into White's stick, and a big sweeping dodge on the far side just to settle everything down and get possession. And the way that this pace has gone in the game, a 2-goal lead and these long possessions for Oak Park makes this possession here very important as we see a shot go just wide. But again, Oak Park doing such a good job to back up those shots. Goaltender Bradley Shackelford has put together quite the game. Now we see that patient and methodical Oak Park offense as they initiate from behind, draw the slide, move it in front up top. Has guys open Took a little bit long to get that pass off. Good recovery by the Pioneers. Those dangerous dodges as we see a shot. And me personally, I love that shot. A good possession shot, that's either stinging the top left corner or missing. And again, we talked about Simi Valley's long-range shots. Even though those don't go in or don't hit the net, they make the defense respect you a little bit more as we see a dodge to the middle of the field. Big collision, but no flag on the play. Refs deciding that contact is allowed as a pass to the backside shot. And a great job by the defensive midfielder there to get in the shooting lane. Liam Newman uncorked one from a dangerous area of the field. Good job not letting that one see twine. As a little bit of unorganization on the Pioneers defense allows a shot to go off but goes just wide. And again, that's the fourth shot on this possession that allows Oak Park to just back it up, taking shot after shot, but possession after possession, and a shot, and there is Shackelford. Freshman Bradley Shackelford with the save. And a truck stick on the near side. My goodness. As watch out, this game's getting a little physical here. As the refs decide that the physicality, they're going to let him play. And I got to say, I like that. Let the boys figure out who's going to win this game. Don't need zebras making decisions to impact the outcome. And again, with this being a rivalry game, we've seen a little bit of chippiness, the appropriate amount, I'd say. Nobody's gone over the top. Nobody's gotten to misconduct. But they've certainly been heavily invested as Simi Valley calls a timeout. Timeout, Pioneers. 7 minutes, 43 seconds left. Take me down to Paradise City. Take me down to Paradise City. What's the name of this song? I've never heard it before.
It's all my own composition.
And we are having fun up in the booth here. This is a great game. I hope you have watched and tuned in from the start. I hope you've been watching from the start because this game has been back and forth. 7 minutes, 43 seconds left. 1 goal game in the fourth quarter. Friday Night Lights. Let's make some noise. And now we see Simi Valley, who again, they've been so dangerous in the middle of the field. Even though they're going to be dodging to the outside, we haven't really seen that classic dodge into a shot. We've seen a dodge into a slide and a pass to the middle of the field. We'll see if that's what they try to execute again here as that shot goes to the outside. Couple possession shots we've seen this game. Again, this is an offense by committee. It's tough to identify one player in particular that's the guy, which makes it even more difficult from a defensive standpoint. You don't just got to focus on one guy. You kind of got to focus on everybody. But Oak Park needs to defend the middle of the field as that pass in the middle of the field comes right in. Shot and a goal! Anthony Alves ties the game up. And a pass to the middle of the field. Bounce shot to the top left corner. Anthony Alves ties it up at 6. Great job leveraging the two-man game out on the wing. Those are always difficult to play, tough to communicate through the picks. Am I sliding? Am I staying with? Am I recovering? 2 Oak Park defenders weren't even really out of position, maybe by a step. It was just a great pass and a great finish by Alves. From that close to throw a bounce shot that goes into the top left. That would score on most PLL goalies. Might get the clout, face-off win. And a good ride. We'll see if they can come away with it, but Oak Park so good. Mike at the Clout with the loose ball, and Oak Park timeout. Both teams making their case that they are the top dogs in the conference. And a little point that I just noticed right there that you love to see. We talk about the rivalry game. We talk about it being intense. But we just saw the two goaltenders, Bradley Shackelford and Timmy Hasso, give a little bit of a fist bump as they ran by each other. This has become a little bit of a goaltender battle. 6-6 is not lighting up the scoreboard. So for them to give each other in the middle of the heat of a rivalry game, fourth quarter, a little sign of respect among the tendies, something that you love to see. And we'll see if a team can separate themselves or if we're going to have some bonus lacrosse here. Before this game goes to overtime, I would recommend everybody call their doctor, maybe their cardiologist. Hey, doc, should I watch the rest of this game? Because this has been back and forth, a little bit of everything. Good defense, good offense, a face-off battle that's been mostly won by Mike at the Clout, but Simi Valley has countered in a couple crucial and pivotal moments throughout the game. And with 6 minutes and just over 30 seconds left, we'll see if Oak Park can regain the lead. As a pass to the inside goes errant, and instead of scooping it up, it kind of just becomes a flop shot towards the crease. Pioneers come away with it, but again, a good job by Oak Park's attack unit. As watch out, the pass goes way over the head of the defender, and now it's just a full-on scramble. Now we're just going to see who's going to get possession and who is going to calm it down. Both coaching staffs saying, hey, in these moments, you don't want to white-knuckle your stick. You don't want to grab that stick so tight. You need to play with that calmness and that presence that you've been working towards since preseason started in January 2 months ago. And an interesting time to dodge. It looked like Oak Park was substituting, and now we have a 3-on-1 loose ball, and what a play. Are you kidding me? Liam Newman with the ground ball of the game so far, 3-on-1, and he comes away with it. Impressive stuff by Newman right there, not just to get the ball, but to make a swim move and keep possession. Very, very well done. But it was also an interesting dodge as they were substituting. A little bit ill-advised right there. But surely the leadership unit, which is mostly sophomores and juniors, good to get that out of your system with 5 minutes left as opposed to the last possession of the game. As we see Newman get a little bit of pressure from further out than we've seen the Pioneers defense go in previous quarters. And a pass to X coming up the side here. Are they going to initiate from the top center? As a pass off of a little off-ball pick there. Looked like that could have been a good shot opportunity. Maybe just a little bit too far away as an Oak Park player hits the deck. But the refs have been letting the boys play, much to the chagrin of the opposing fan base of whoever finds himself on the ground. Now Oak Park settles in, initiating from X, puts the shoulder down, gets to the dangerous area of the field, scores! Tyler TK Kang with another. Stop me if you've heard this name before. Number 1, Tyler TK Kang. Taking another shot and another goal. 7-6 ball game.
352.
Oak Park leveraging those individual matchups. TK Kang, one of the best offensive weapons on the field here today, as a good face-off scrap results in yet another win for Oak Park. Micah DeClout with another face-off win. And again, now you have to start thinking, if you're a fan of Simi Valley, you have about 2 opponents today. Oak Park and now the clock with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the game, down a goal. Goals have been hard to come by for everybody here today. And Oak Park's methodical offense and their ability to back up their shots has given them possession after possession, as we see a dodge down the right hand, draw the slide, move it to X. As a pass up to the top center, shot, and goes just wide, low to high. Just missed, but that was a great look. Normally they like to dodge and initiate to their right hand, but a good job attacking the opposing side of the field, finding that skip pass, resulting in a good look. And here comes Oak Park again from up top. Thought about dodging to the right, now they get it back to that comfort zone at X, and instead of pressing out, looks like Simi Valley is hung up here with the defenseman playing on the opposite side, which is something that you're generally not terribly worried about, but when there's a deficit on the scoreboard and time's running out, you want to have a little bit more pressure and not let them milk that valuable 10 seconds off the clock from behind the net doing nothing. As we see another dodge to the right. Good individual defense. Almost an intercepted pass. That's the aggression that Simi Valley likes to see. And while that was a great defensive possession, a little bit of an ill-advised pass, but they find it back in their stick. Long pull having pressure, ball's down, they're not seeing it. Blended in with the white of the eagle, and Oak Park with a massive loose ball right there coming down the field. Are they going to try and get a shot off? Or tick, 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 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Smart play to not try and force a shot right there and just hold the ball, as we're going to have to see Simi Valley exert a little bit more pressure, which is what you're seeing right here. Short stick defensive mid, he's running and playing aggressively at X, is a sign of one thing, and that's that they need to mount a comeback. And I'm not quite sure what that was. It was either an off ball and a flag down. What is this call going to be? And with 1 minute, 15 seconds left, Simi Valley is going to have a man-up opportunity. And that was a delay of game call. So I believe it was either interference call off ball, potentially Oak Park stepped in the crease. But when that is called as a player, you just have to drop the ball. And it appears as though whoever it was in Oak Park's stick, they might have just thrown it, and refs are pretty testy about that. It could be 5 yards and they could still call that. And now Simi Valley with the massive opportunity, man up, 1 goal down, as we approach 1 minute left to play in the game. As a shot goes just wide. Pioneers back it up. Good attempt, as that placement was aimed at the bottom left. When you have a lefty goalie like Timmy Hasso, makes it all the more difficult to get that off-stick side placement. Smart shot, and what a trail check. And can Oak Park come away with possession? Yes, they can. 45 seconds left. Let's see what they decide to do here. Pass to the middle of the field, and a huge hit on the backside. And here comes Simi Valley in transition. Pass, and the ball finds the turf again. And now we have the most important loose ball scrum of the day. Who's going to come away with it? Going to the far side. Bodies flying all over the place in the last 30 seconds. And with 21 seconds left, it's going to be Oak Park ball on a loose ball push. What a 1 minute action-packed frame of lacrosse that was. My goodness. And now Simi Valley is going to have to exert as much pressure as they can. 21 seconds left is not enough time to just goose it down the field and hope for the best. And we will see what happens here. The way that this game has gone so far, expect anything, because this has been a back and forth affair. Both teams at times have struggled in the clear. So even though Oak Park has possession, that does not mean that they are safe from any last-second heroics. Head coach Max Lux, I'm sure, drew up the safest clear in human history, saying, hey guys, 21 seconds, nothing dumb happens, and we get to walk out of here with a win as Simi Valley looks to double. Oak Park does a good job to just leverage the entire field, not necessarily having to move it up. That's a dangerous area of the field right there, and this is going to be the pivotal moment of the game. Are we going to see a truck stick? Yes, we are, as time expires on an unbelievable game. It's going to be Oak Park with the victory, 7-6 in an absolute barn burner. And in an unbelievable game that was bad for everybody's blood pressure, your Oak Park Eagles come away with a 7-6 win over Simi Valley. What a game. Give it up for the players. And in a hard-fought game, introducing tonight's 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star, a do-it-all scoring machine for Oak Park. Give it up for Tyler TK Kang. And tonight's second star, just a freshman but played unbelievable goaltender for Simi Valley, Bradley Shackelford. And tonight's first star in a 7-6 game, possessions matter all the more. Your face-off man for Oak Park, Micah DeClout. Thank you so much for coming out and attending an incredible lacrosse game. Get home safely and enjoy your weekend.